It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we're going to see Mark Andrews. There's been no shortage of work for him, sitting second in the league in catches. It's the Ravens and the Bengals. All that and more coming up next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Just about time to rock as Toe gets ready to meet leather. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Here come the Bengals, and CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. One touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. Second down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 11 carries, 55 yards, and a touchdown.
And they've already clinched a playoff berth, so I'm eager to see how they approach this game because some teams' philosophy is to go ahead and get guys out. Other teams' philosophy, continue to do what you're doing best. I expect them to go ahead and use their top guys all the way through this one.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
I like his awareness in the pocket there. Nowhere to go with the football. So instead of forcing it to the sideline, he's just going to put this one into the harbor and live to fight another down without getting wet.
Here's Burrow. Throw left side taken in by Streets. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
Early part of his career, defenses really had to focus on his running ability, and they still do. But now, he's turned himself into a true dual-threat quarterback. When he plants his cleats in the ground and turns it loose, good things happen downfield.
To throw is Jackson. And this is into the hands of Andrews downfield. Look at the big fella go. Mark Andrews. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are on the board first here this afternoon. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call. But he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, Those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Bengals offense and Jamar Chase set to take over once more. And he's been filling up the stat sheet on a weekly basis. So to no one's surprise, his name sits near the top of the list in terms of most receptions by a wideout this season. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. 2nd and 10. Hey, look at this Baltimore defense. This unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
3rd and 5. Now it's Burrow. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Burrow looking to pass. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. They go play action with Burrow. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
Again, it's Burrow. That is caught. And he is going to have a Bengals first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Flushed out right. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Now it's Burrow. Got his man, and that's the rookie 4th-round pick. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Now Burrow. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there. Now the Bengals will settle for 3 as the field goal unit comes on here. And his kick is right there. It's good. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Ravens heading out on offense as we look at the playoff picture in the AFC. Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles, and it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason.
Competitive, entertaining postseason, that's what we're always striving for. But I think we get it during the regular season, too, because you never know how things are going to go during the final weeks of the season. Every team pulling out all the stops to get a better seed or just to get one of those 7 seats at the table.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now it's Jackson. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Miles Murphy. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Jackson. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Here's Jackson to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Cincinnati set to take over once again. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. In motion, the tight end. Now they go play action now. Burrow steps away. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Looking to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Jackson. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now a 2nd and 10. In motion right is Watkins. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's the 2nd down and 6. They go play action with Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. He finds his man complete. That's Watkins. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They've been moving the ball well, but this drive was in danger of stalling out. Fortunately, this is a nice throw here, and they're able to pick up a new set of downs.
On first down, Devine. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Devine. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. In motion left is Watkins. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it, looking at a 4th down and 2. And this one is right through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Well, it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
That'll give them 8 that time, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And he coughed it up. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Ravens offense and Lamar Jackson set to take over once again. And he's been a real threat in the red zone and beyond. As you take a look at the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns by a QB, you'll notice he's worked his way into the top 5 at this point in the season. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. From the gun, Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hoover. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. And the Bengals on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. Now a handoff up the middle. Streets. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. From the 25, here's a 2nd and 8. Burrow will throw. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Here's Burrow. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Back to throw now on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Bird.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. There's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else should.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Back to throw here. A short throw taken in by Long. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that'll bring up fourth down. Here's Jordan Stout now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And they will take over first and 10. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. First and 10 as this new drive starts. Play action. It's Jackson. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Second and 9. Throwing is Jackson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is dropped. Oh, my goodness. There was no one around him, but he took his eye off it, and it falls incomplete. They go play action now. Jackson, he'll buy some, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Miles Murphy. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Now here's Bradley Pinion now. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10. The Bengals offense and Joe Burrow getting set for this next drive. The Bengals drive about to get going. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
Burrow on play action. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
Partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. Fourth down.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Jackson from the shotgun. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
At least this time he's getting hit after a positive play for his offense. The pressure was coming through yet again, but he certainly didn't stick around for the sack on this occasion. Found an escape route and ended up getting the first down before taking the hit.
The slot man in motion right. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Jackson now. Again, that's Watkins. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Jackson. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Here's Jackson. He's got Watkins on the out route. And he's taken down inside the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Now it's Jackson. He finds his man, complete. It's Watkins. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 2 yards to go, 2nd down.
At the 20-yard line.
To throw is Jackson. Looking middle, and that's complete. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Now Jackson. Dance under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Play action. Now Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick here is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll get started up at Cleveland Browns Stadium in Cleveland, and it's the Browns who have the lead late in the first half. The Browns trying to finish that one off and claim victory. Next, we head off to check out another game, and they were winners in that one over the visiting Arizona Cardinals. The Panthers continue to show they're a strong contender for a Super Bowl title as they move to 13-3 with one game to go. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. The Raiders still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it. The Ravens were led in that first half by, who else? The former MVP, Lamar Jackson. He's got a touchdown pass on the ledger as his guys were able to build a double-digit lead. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Ravens offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And they've used him quite a bit in the passing game as you take a look at the NFL leaders in receiving yards by a running back, and he's right there in the mix. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Here's Jackson to throw. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Up the middle they go. Divine. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Well, kind of a quirk in the schedule. These two division rivals didn't see each other much of the year. Their first meeting was just a few weeks ago, back in Week 14. And it was the Ravens getting the road victory in that one. So now they'll look to finish off the season sweep here in Baltimore. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 39. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Purple?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, then he curls back inside for the completion.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he gets it down to the 32. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Watkins in motion left. Jackson. He finds his man, complete. That's Hoover. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 23-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. Devine. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first.
Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Well, boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards.
2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5.
Now receiver in motion left.
Here's a fake on a jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told.
And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field.
And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Now it's Burrow. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. 2nd down.
Here we go.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Burrow looking to pass. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Still going. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. Up the middle they go. Streets. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now it's Burrow.
A short throw taken in by Long.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
It's 2nd and 8.
They'll keep it on the ground. Devine trying to run inside, but nothing there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Here now, a 3rd down and 8. From the gun, Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive.
The tight end in motion right. And now Jackson will look to throw it. That'll be caught by Rodgers. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 31-yard line.
Back to throw. Jackson. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Devine. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Now Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
From midfield now, Burrow. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's long. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's another 1st down on what will be a gain of 21 yards. Play action. It's Burrow.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
To the right side and intercepted.
And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field.
And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset.
They'll start out here with the option left. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 3.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Quick throw, that's complete on the inside slam. And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a first down. They go play action with Jackson.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Now a handoff up the middle. Devine. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They go play action now. Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. 26 yards.
And the Ravens will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. So they're able to capitalize there on the short field, and that might prove to be the score that turns out the lights.
The party's over. Oh, sorry about that. That's an old reference there, folks. But, yeah, they've been the better of the two teams by far, and that's great complimentary football right there. Defense gets the turnover, sets up the short field, and the offense goes right out and scores to open up a pretty sizable lead.
So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Here's Burrow. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Burrow will throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense, 1st and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is going to lose yardage here. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now on 2nd and 13. Burrow throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6. And 3rd and 8 now.
Here we go.
Looking to throw. Well, a tough throw there across his body. It's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
This is caught, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. From 8 yards out, and the Bengals are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Well, it seemed like they were so focused elsewhere they forgot about the tight end spot, and he's the one that burns them there to make this a 3-score game here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
I think there might be a little bit of defensive fatigue from those guys on that side of the ball, partner, because they've been spending their time trying to stop them from all angles.
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is.
But they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. This offense making its way back out, led by their running back. And he's had his fair share of troubles in this one, unfortunately. This defensive front has wreaked havoc throughout the contest, and he hasn't been able to create enough space to make something positive happen to this point. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game just illustrates how important home field really is. On paper, didn't look like much of a matchup, but now it's looking like it'll become one of the big surprises of the weekend. Here's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Play action. It's Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bengals offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes. And he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. So 5 yards here. 5 on the play. And it's 2nd down. Now back to throw. He finds his man. Complete. It's long. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Third down and 1. They'll drop to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Batting that one away in coverage, that was Kyle Hamilton.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48.
A gain of 7, and the Bengals first down.
They'll look to throw again. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 33. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To the air again, Burrow. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
Well, partner, you and I will be headed to the airport, but after this game, when it's interview time, someone's going to ask this quarterback what hurt worse, the interceptions or the sacks. His whole day, it's been rough. Barring a miraculous comeback, this offense is going to win this game, but he's probably going to say what hurt most is the loss.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Burrow. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. So they've converted their first 2 4th down attempts. Not there. Now they're 2 for 3.
You think maybe the offense coordinator expended a little capital on that one? You know, when you're 2 for 2, you can lobby for that 3rd one, right? Didn't get it there. Maybe now the head coach might not be so eager to go for it as we go forward.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Devine. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Now it's Jackson. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Ravens first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Here's Jackson to throw. Fighting through, and he's got space. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame him?
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 6. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Jackson from the shotgun. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
Well, it certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
They have still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Here we go. Now it's Burrow. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stairs on that sideline. This is one of those games who just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
And now here come the Ravens. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. They'll run on 1st down. Devine. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge. Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On 3rd down, Devine. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. 65 yards rushing now on 23 carries so far. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Devine. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Up the middle they go. Devine. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain. And it's 3rd and 2 now.
3rd and 2.
Now a handoff up the middle. Devine. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bengals set to take over. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Burrow looking to pass. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now they go play action now. Burrow. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
One last shot at the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like 1 game ball. You're handing out multiple, although I set you up by saying game balls plural, but I
like where we're going with this. You say 1 to represent like the best player of all of that. And I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people. I thought I was the only child.
You get a game ball, and you get a game ball. Game balls for everybody. So for Baltimore, they avoid that 10th loss and move to 7-9 on the year. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.